did this nigga just call me an idiot and just walk off? Like, what they do that at? So I look at my coworker Talasia and I'm just like, did he just? And she's like, yeah. So I get up and I walk up front because I'm just like, no, sir. You're gonna tell me how I'm an idiot. Like, no, you don't get to just say that and walk off. Explain. I want to understand your mindset. Cause what? I never thought I gave idiot. Maybe delusional, maybe helpless, maybe naive, maybe green, but never idiot. Is that the same thing? It might be the same. But I don't like the word. We're not going to use idiot because, nah. So I go to the front. And I was just like, wait, no. You don't get to say that and then just walk off. He was like, Kiki, we'll talk at lunch. We'll talk at lunch. I'm like, no, you got to talk to me now because I'm going to be back there in my head about how I'm an idiot. And then I'm just come up with all these different scenarios and things that made me an idiot. So it's like, no, you got to tell me how I'm an idiot. He was like, okay, so you're not an idiot. It's just like, I just use words like that. But you know exactly what Carter's dad wants and you give it to him. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, he do everything to get a rise out of you, to make you upset, anything to make you angry so that he can get a response out of you because he know you're going to crash out. He know you're going to cuss him out. He know you're going to you're going to go off the deep end sometimes. And he knows that. And he wants to use that. Ain't y'all in court, Kiki? I was like, yeah, I mean, we're going back to court for the reconsideration. He's like, okay, and what happened the last time? Like, ain't he trying to take you back to court to get a restraining order? I'm like, yeah. He said, okay, you keep giving this man, like, ammunition to use against you every time you get mad, and he fished for that. Like, I'm like, you kind of got a point. I kind of got it. He said, I know you got it. I know you peeked up on it because, like I said, you not dumb. You just an idiot. I'm like, dumb and idiot are kind of the same thing. He's like, it's not. So what I mean by that is like, that this man gonna do anything to make you mad, to make you upset, so that he can use it against you in court, and you keep doing everything to give this man the stuff that he looking for. You're handing it to him. That's idiot behavior. You're just like, your whole ass is just handing it to him. I'm like, well, I mean, I ain't trying to, but in my defense, when all that was happening, I just walked out. I walked back to my car and I talked to my sisters about it. I ain't go off on him. He was like, yes, you did. You acknowledged the fact that Carter said it. You acknowledged the fact that you was upset about it, and you voiced your upsetness to him. Like you did. Even though you didn't hit him, you still cussed his ass out. You cussed him out. You gave him what he want. And let me guess. This is right on his front porch, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, and don't he got a Ring camera? I'm like, yeah. He's like, exactly. That's my point, Kiki. You don't think. Sometimes you don't think. You just let your anger get the best of you, and you don't think. It's okay. It's okay. So what your husband say about it? I'm like, that ain't my husband. Don't do that. And he started laughing because that's like this underlying joke. Because he was just like, yeah, when we first became cool, he was like, yeah, I at first I looked at you and I was just like, damn, she fine, she beautiful, like da da da. But then you came in and was talking about your man. I'm like, oh man, she married. And even though y'all not married, y'all live together, y'all basically married. So it's just like, what he think about it? I'm just like, he got his opinions about Carter and the situation and all that. And he's like, you keep giving Carter's dad exactly what he wants. Stop doing it. Kiki, stop doing it. you gotta just stop doing it. And I'm like, okay, but you don't understand. It's like, it's more to it. He's like, you always say that it's more to it. I get everything ain't gonna always be black and white, but the black and white thing is, you keep giving him ammo to use against you. Stop. Carter could have said what he said. You could have been upset about it, and just don't say anything. Don't say anything. You do not have to respond to everything. That's your problem. You be trying to respond to everything to prove your point. Some points ain't got to be proven. It don't, Kiki. And you need to understand that. And I'm like, Okay. He's like, but you still my dog though. But it's like, sometimes I look at you and be like, God, the stuff that you go through, you really don't have to go through. You just be entertaining some shit that you don't be having. You don't have to entertain this nigga every time something happens. You don't. You do not. I'm just like, okay. So after that conversation, I ended up going back in my office to sit back and think about what my male coworker just told me. Because I'm just like, a part of that I already knew. Because it's like, I know that this man, I know that Carter's dad get a rise out of me whenever I get upset. He uses that as fuel to be disgusting. Very disgusting. But I was like, I don't know. Sometimes I just be like trying to defend myself. And I'm sitting in my office like, you know what? Sometimes I don't have to always defend myself. Sometimes I just gotta let people think what they want to think. Let them do what they want to do and let it go. But I'm like, I can't let that happen with my son though. I don't want my son thinking negative of me. But in reality, it's like, no matter how I try to change the narrative, no matter how many truths I give my son, his dad's words are gonna always be in his head. His dad is gonna always be in his ear. So it's just like, that's a lose-lose battle. So I'm like, damn, maybe that was some idiot shit. Because it is like, at the end of the day, it's a lose-lose. It's no matter what I do. If I stay quiet, I feel like it's gonna feel like I'm accepting it and things might get worse. But if I say something, I know for sure things are gonna get worse. So it's like, shit, what the fuck I do when you're dealing with a man like that? Still to this day trying to figure that shit out. So as the work day progressed, things were going okay. I was still, having my conversations with Marlon. He was texting me. We was talking on the phone whenever he got a little minute or whatever not. I get a call from the school. It's Kion's school, calling me to let me know that I needed to come and pick up Kion. So Kion is in pre-K at school. And he is, how can I say this? He gives his teacher a run for her money. Meaning, Kion is that type of kid that if he wakes up in the morning, the way he wakes up in the morning is how you know how his day is going to be. If I go in his room, be like, Kion, get up, time for school. And he like, get up, be like, okay, Mom. And he gets up, that's Kion. But if I go in his room, be like, Kion, wake up, it's time for school. He's like, no school today. That's Draco. Definitely Draco. And he would tell you. Because how he would tell you is, all right, Kion, I know you don't want to go to school today, but it's time to go to school. Kion, get up. I'm not Kion. No, Kion. Like, that's Draco. Whenever Kion says that he is not Kion, it's not going to be a good day. He's going to be Draco for the day. He's going to be giving them hell. So apparently he got upset because his teacher told him to sit on the rug for story time. He didn't want to sit on the rug for story time. He wanted to finish coloring. But he had to go sit on the rug for story time. He say, Kion, no, it's time to do this. Kion's like, no. Tell his teacher, no, he's not going to do it. He's like, well, Kion, you have to. So she goes to get his stuff, like take his crayons and stuff, like start cleaning that up for him. Kion gets upset. Kion picks up his book. Kion throws it at his teacher. His teacher then proceeds to tell him, Kion, no, don't do that. That's wrong. We don't throw things. Kion proceeds to tell his teacher, I'm not Kion. Then picked up a handful of crayons, tossed it at his teacher. So I'm just like, okay. So when she called me to let me know that Kion's in the classroom throwing things because he does not want to go to the rug for story time, he wants to finish coloring. And he's throwing things and being disruptive and not listening, I have to come to the school and pick him up. Like, all right, cool. So I let my manager know. So at this time, the general manager that I have, I loved my general manager. His name was Matt. I love Matt. He was so cool. Matt had kids. Matt understood what it's like to be a parent, especially a parent that's like in a city with no family members. Cause it's like all of my family was 3 hours away. I'm here by myself, so it's just like if anything happens with the kids, it's on me or like my friends if I can get into contact with a friend. Cause all the family is always away. So my manager understood that. I let him know what was going on. He's like, yeah, go to school, pick him up, you can bring him back. He always allowed me to bring Kion back to the job. So I get to the school. When I go to the school, mind you, we are in September. The school literally just started maybe 2-3 weeks ago or whatever. So get to school, go in the front office, let them know that I'm here to pick up Kion. Okay. The principal looked at me. He's like, oh, so you're Kion's mom. It is so nice to meet you. Kion is he's such a kid. And I'm like, he's such a kid. Like, you try to say he bad as shit, cause I know Kion. Trust me, I know how Kion can be. What you mean he's such a kid? Come on, Miss Principal. What you mean? I'm like, what you mean? He's just like, he's so smart. He's so intelligent. It's just when he gets in his mood, he is in his mood, and you can't get him out of that mood. I was like, yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on that at home. I see those patterns at home. I see those that happening at home. She's like, yeah, but he's so smart. Like, he knows all his numbers, he knows all his colors, he knows all his shapes, his letters. I'm like, yeah. So he's so smart, and he retains so much. Like, you can tell him one thing, show him how to do it, and he got it. But it's when he doesn't want to do something, he is not gonna do it. I'm like, yep, that's him. I'm like, but I'm working on him and his listening skills, and him following direction and things. And as I'm sitting there talking to the principal, all I hear, no, leave me alone, no. And I'm just like, that sounds like my child. Like, what the fuck is going on with my child? And I'm looking, the principal turned around, it's like, yep, that's Kion, that's Kion. And I see him and his teacher walking towards the front office. I shouldn't say walking. I shouldn't say walking. I see his teacher walking, and Kion is being drugged. I shouldn't say drugged, because in that, y'all probably gonna put the image in your head of the teacher actually dragging him. She wasn't dragging him. She was holding his hand, and Kion was trying not to walk because he did not want to come to the office, because he knew that I was in that goddamn office. Because all I heard was, no, Mom, no.